Now that we're comfortable with slope, we're ready to find the full equation of a line in what is called the slope-intercept form. The idea of slope-intercept form is that every line can be written in this format: y equals mx plus b. M, the letter M, always stands for slopes, and b will always stand for the y-intercept. So really what we're saying is y equals the slope times x plus b, or the y-intercept, or where the graph crosses that vertical y-axis. So if I have a graph on here, what we'll notice is we can quickly find the slope by picking any 2 points. Maybe I pick a point here on the x-axis and a point here on the y-axis. And you'll see the graph goes up 2 and it runs 3. So the slope is rise 2, run 3. The slope is 2/3. The y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis right here, up 2. 0, 2. Specifically, we're interested in the 2 itself. B, the y-intercept, is at the point 2, vertically 2. Notice we don't really care where it crosses the horizontal x-intercept. We only care about the vertical y-intercept. So the equation of the line is y equals m, the slope of 2/3, times x, plus b, the y-intercept, which in this case is 2. So the equation of this line is y equals 2/3 times x plus 2. We can even go the other direction. Take the equation, and using the information on the equation, we can make a graph of the line quite simply, because we remember that y equals mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept, the starting point. This graph starts at 2 on the y-axis, up 2. Then the slope, it's negative, so it's going to rise -3, and it's going to run 4. So I count down 3 from that point and run 4 from that point. And now I can connect the dots on those points. And there's the graph of the line. Much nicer than having to find individual points and connecting the dots, because we can find the y-intercept, we know the slope, start at the y-intercept, and the slope tells us how to change from there. Well, we can also find the equation of lines given certain information without even looking at the graph. Let's say we want an equation of a line with a slope of 2, slope is m, and a y-intercept of 5. Well, the y-intercept is b. Well, we know the equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. So it must be y equals m, the slope it says was -2, x, plus a y-intercept of 5. And so this is the equation that has a slope of -2 and a y-intercept of 5. Y equals -2x plus 5. Now, it might take a little bit more work, but we can actually find the y-intercept using this same format. Here we have a point 2, 4. This is not the y-intercept because it's off to the right 2 units. And the slope is -5/2. But what 2, 4 does give us is an x and a y that we can plug into our formula. Remember, the formula is y equals mx plus b. We know the slope is -5/2, so let's plug in what we know and find what we don't know. Y, we know, is 4, equals m, the slope, -5/2, times x, which is 2, plus b. Well, if we simplify our fraction, that's -10/2 or -5. Plus b equals 4. And so to find b, we just have to add 5 to both sides, and b equals 9. The y-intercept for this problem is 9. We now know the y-intercept, we know the slope, which means we can get the equation y equals m, negative 5/2 x, plus b, which is 9. So just because we don't have the y-intercept doesn't mean we can't find it. It just takes a little more work. Y equals mx plus b can help us solve any problem, including this one. We want the equation of the line that goes through the points 1, 3 and negative 2, negative 3. Here we're missing both pieces of information. We don't know the slope and we don't know the y-intercept. We always need to know the slope first. Fortunately, we know how to find the slope. We subtract the y's, 3 minus negative 3, over, and we subtract the x's, 1 minus negative 2. Well, 3 minus negative 3 is 6. 1 minus negative 2 is 3. So the slope is actually 2. OK, now we know the slope. We've got m. And just like we did in the previous problem, we can use one of these points. It doesn't matter which, so I'm going to pick the one with all the positive numbers to figure out what the b is. So y equals mx plus b. Let's plug in what we know. Y is 3. Equals m, the slope is 2. X is 1 plus b. Well, 2 times 1 is just 2 plus b. Subtract 2 from both sides, and 1 is equal to b. And now we have our y-intercept. We can now give the equation of the line that goes through the points 1, 3 and negative 2, 3. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals m. Our slope we found was 2. X plus b. Our y-intercept we found was 1. And we have the equation of our line. Everything centers around the big equation, y equals mx plus b. This equation, y equals mx plus b, should be highlighted in gold in your notes, right next to the slope equation, another very important equation for algebra. So, in concert tonight, the mathematicians. If you want a ticket, you have to please form a y equals mx plus b, a line. Good luck on your homework assignment tonight, and let your instructor know if you have any questions on slope-intercept form.